Okay, everybody, we have some technical difficulties, but we're going to keep the show rolling. We got a great podcast for y'all. I try to do these lives because I like the organic feel of the lives, but you know, we run into technical difficulties, but it is all good. I see that it's working because I got some people on, so that's good. That's good. We got some people on, so that means the live is live. Okay. That's good. We had some technical difficulties, y'all. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here. We're going to get this thing crack-a-lacking. 2020, 2024 mindset hacks.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
we got a special guest with us, joining us again, Demi Sanya with a rich education. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Excited to be here, family. Excited to be here. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, great, 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 great. Oh man, what a powerful message this is going to be for the community. Super excited to be here. And I thank you for the opportunity to be back on your platform, Sister Dominique. I'm so excited to talk about the subject that's super important. I mean, you got a great lineup for this evening, and I'm just here to, all ears because it's about you, this part of what we both did. I'm excited to hear about how your journey was at first, and then I'll share mine.
Okay. So, y'all, we just did our fast. Okay. Demi went hard. He did 72 hours with just water and coffee. I did 48. This was my first 48-hour fast. So
Excellent.
I did
Congratulations.
water and tea and matcha tea. Um, so yeah, that was my first fast and I enjoyed it actually. I got a lot of benefits from it.
Excellent.
I was explaining to you about the cognitive function. I was able to um so you were asking me what cognitive function was. So it's like the processing of information. Your
Mm,
self-reflection is improving, and then you're able to be more productive. Your learning improves, all of that. My
yes, ma'am.
sexual awareness, was just more clear, put it that way.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I know it's because of the fact. So, yes, I was able to get more done, and it was something that I know I needed to do. So, thank you for, um, helping me through that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, thank you,
So,
for participating. I mean, you motivate me, and I just thought about it. I was like, hey, let's dive into it. And because I really want you to bring this to your community because it's so important for us to learn to fast because it's in alignment with what you do anyway, Dominique. With eating properly, with exercise, but this just adds that guaranteed punch to really getting to the next level. And once again, I commend you on the 48 hours, and I'll just speak on how this one was for me. It was powerful. Anyone listening to, they probably heard about fasting and the different types of fasts, but we must understand that God created this body to fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? And
yes,
when I say that, meaning that every system has its particular function to keep a person going. And one of the main systems to keep us going is our digestive system and our excretory system, which allows us to eliminate. But we've been taught that triangle in school to eat 3 meals a day. So why is that? Oh man, that 3 meals a day is actually 3 meals to an early death. Because we got to look at America. America is num in the top 10 list of the sickest people in the world. Why is that? You see what I'm saying? We gotta. So I mean, I'm never knocking anybody, but we have to understand, like, damn, bro, We don't see it because most of us are sick. We don't see it because most of us can't stop eating. So it's not knocking anybody, but why would the system that we're all part of? Well, I'm not in that system. I don't want to be part of that system. It wouldn't teach you to eat to live. So this fast for me, Dominique, was powerful. Um, on the 48 hours, my mind started to say, Demi, go ahead and get you something to eat. I felt good though, you know, felt good. You start to, it's like your body's going through something because now certain cells are coming back to life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So your body's going through a period where it's like, damn, I want to eat, but I don't feel like I'm about to fall over. So for a person, just you can't just jump into a 3-day fast. Okay. I mean, a person will get sick, and this might sound backwards, but in a good way, because you'll start throwing up because we accumulate so much poison from eating all the time. The body
Yeah.
just, the poison doesn't have anything to eat. So with me on this fast, man, I worked out on Friday. We went on the fast Thursday. I don't know, D, did you go on the fast Thursday morning or Thursday late afternoon?
Thursday morning.
You started your fast.
Yeah. Thursday
Okay.
morning. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sure.
And the only reason I asked, I was
Thursday evening. Thursday evening was my cutoff. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That was your last time eating. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Thursday, I had one meal on Thursday, and I started around 3:34. So I worked out Friday, had an excellent workout on Friday. Got close to 400 push-ups, close to 400 squats. I didn't work out on Saturday. I felt good, but Sunday the energy level just went up. I did eliminate poison on Friday, which anyone should because you ate on Thursday. But see, that's the purpose of eating one meal a day, because when you eat one meal a day or one meal every other day, people start to eliminate gas. Your body starts to regulate on a normal basis, but now you get into Saturday and a person still eliminates. So I'm
Yeah.
just using a better word than the other word, but we got to talk about this because why? Why is that, D? As far as elimination, why should we be discussing that? Because
Well, are you asking me or you want me to answer?
yeah, I want you to answer because you answered it earlier.
Okay.
As far as the problem that most are going through, I want to hear it coming from coach mouth, you know what I'm saying, from your mouth, is why is it important that we fasted but we still eliminated during the fast with no food in our stomach?
Okay. So let's break it down because I like what you said about your cells. Your cells are basically cleaning during this process of fasting. So, about 18 hours in of a fast, of a water fast, that's when autophagy happens. I could be saying that wrong.
Okay.
But that means self-eating. So it's your cells are actually cleansing themselves and they're resetting. So that happens about 18 hours in of the fast.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's
Yes,
like
ma'am.
hitting the reset button. So that's important. Why we should all be fasting is because, for one, it's eliminating waste, like you said. Okay, if we're ever going to get rid of a disease, a lot of holistic health practitioners, physicians, they will tell you that you need to fast anyway. That's the first thing you should do. And also, just as a practice, um, on a quarterly basis, we really should be fasting. We
Okay.
really should be fasting for our health benefits so that we're getting the most out of it. So we should be fasting quarterly, and
Okay.
we should really be doing at least 72 hours.
Okay. So when you say quarterly, are you saying for the year or for?
Yeah, for the year, at
Okay.
least. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you really look up fasting once a month for 3 days or 72 hours, the benefits of that is really adding more life to the person. So I would say, D, really doing it more than quarterly. I would say
Absolutely.
incorporating it, yes, ma'am, once a month. And I was looking for you to state something else. We talked about it earlier today, which was in reference to um, black men leading in colon cancer.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So what's and this is the reason because meat in the body, but overeating. These things are staying in
Mhm.
the man's body, staying in even the woman's body. All of these cancers and all these things, they coming from different components because we got so much hitting us. Radiation is hitting us from all angles. We got, I mean, it's just so much. So the importance of fasting is benefiting the body. So I mean, well, you know, I want to lose weight. I mean, yeah, you're going to lose weight. I just lost about 7, 6 pounds during this fast. I've slimmed down, you know, even more. But I also eliminated. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I was able to have a bowel movement during the fast. So that's showing you with my diet, I eat 1 meal a day. Just imagine a person that's eating 3 meals a day. Then we wonder why we sick. So never knocking anyone, but you're getting some of the sauce today on how to live longer, how to eliminate disease, and how to feel better. How I mean, just literally, like you talked about the white blood cells, D. I mean, the white blood cells come to life. They don't have anything to feed on but the bacteria and viruses in your body. So this is rebuilding the immune system. So that third day is really when your body gets to the next level.
Yes, and a lot of people think that they can't live or they can't survive without food for that long, but your body actually is naturally adaptive to actually store that food, store that fat and that energy so that you don't need food like you think you do. You don't have to eat every day, and your
Facts.
body will naturally adapt.
That's
So,
facts. Yeah, that's fact.
yeah.
Doctor won't tell you that because that's not their study. A doctor will say, "Oh no, don't do it." Okay, but the hospitals are filled up. The beds are filled up. Pharmaceuticals pumping you with medicine. No, they're not bad people. They got good intentions, but their system didn't teach them to teach you to fast because then you wouldn't be spending money for health insurance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you need it when you break something, but you don't really need it to get, you can eliminate disease by fasting and eating properly. So most definitely, D, is an important subject. And can't expect anyone to jump into what we did, but someone could surely skip and eat 1 meal for until the next day and do 24 hours and work their way up to what you've done and what I've done and will continue to do until God calls me.
Yes. So if y'all are just tuning in, we're talking about the fast that we just participated in. Demi went 72 hours. I did 48. And I was telling them before I did 48 because the kids started looking at me like, hey, what we gonna eat?
Right, 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 right.
So I would say that you need to, if you're gonna do a fast, you gotta prepare. If you have other people in your house and you know they're gonna be hungry, meal prep and try to do 3 to 4 days out because I did 2 days out. Like I had my lentil soup. They was eating that lentil soup for like 2 days. Then they had some fruit in there. But after
Yes,
that, they
man.
was like, hey, mama, all right.
Yes, man. Yes,
Ease
man.
it up.
Hey, Coach Dominique, I'm sorry though, Coach Dominique, but I can't be easy on you next time. I'm not gonna take that for an
You're
excuse.
not
You
gonna
gotta you gotta push for that next 24 hours. I don't care if the children gotta eat. You gotta push. Because let me tell you something. I had the weakest food. I had the food that I get weakest to all the time. I had a big bean pie right in that ice box, and I didn't touch it. I stayed strong because number one, I put it out there in the atmosphere. I told Coach Dominique that I was going to do it. And I wanted to keep my word, not just to what we were doing, but to myself. And I fought. But I knew once I went to sleep Saturday, and the way I felt when I woke up, I knew that, man, it's on and popping, man. And your body will go through a change with that. I'm not gonna lie, man. My heart was starting to kind of, beat a little fast on the third day, but then it's just like your energy level just starts to boost. And you're not
Yeah.
even thinking. I got busy on Sunday. I was so it's like you just started to feel like, damn, bro, your head is clear. Just like when you teaching me to meditate. I know we're gonna be talking about that, but your head starts to become clear. So plenty of
Mm-hmm.
water, and I,
Mm-hmm.
I did mention this. I mentioned it before, but mentioning it again. The Celtic sea salt flush, I did that doing plenty of water, lemon, and Celtic sea salt. So that
Okay.
was an additive to cleansing the body out. Um, and you see it. I mean, I see it on your skin. You can see when a person's doing anything because you see it on their skin. So if a person's, like my skin is this and that, it's because your body got poison in it. If
Yeah.
you want better skin, you don't need proactive and all this. Dermatologists don't even, with all due respect, don't even need anything that's coming out is based on something that's in. You see what
Starts
I'm
from
saying? So if
the
you're
inside.
that's it. So it's just the process of elimination, the process of understanding how to eat, to live, and going into a lifestyle of fasting. I'm telling you, man, it cures really, it cures everything if you catch it on time.
Yes, and one of the things that we discussed in our last podcast is cancer. It's been clinically
Mm,
proven, fasting has been clinically proven to reduce or eliminate cancer.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah,
definitely it has some great benefits. Great benefits.
absolutely. Yeah, because the
So
cancer is coming from what we put in the body anyway. And the outside, radiation, things like that, microwaves, all, but most definitely, yeah, it's what
and
we put in the body.
hit us with that gem you dropped because the live was messing up. You talked about the F word. You said something about famine.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's real. And we see it happening. I mean, I've never seen this much poverty in our area here in Washington, D.C. You're starting to see it on the highway. So I bring this up to say that along with us learning to fast, we're going to need the discipline to not eat because we're going to have other people in our lives, such as our children and elderly people, that you're going to have to step it up because we are going to experience famine in our country. We've been taught this by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad in the book Fall of America and Message to the Black Man, but we see it. The president of the United States of America, he said it himself. I got the clip and it's on my Instagram. It's one of them. He said we're going to experience famine. So
Wow.
we need to prep. Okay, we need to prep in the house with food and storage, but we need to prep within ourselves in our mind to prepare for this. Because some people ain't gonna be able to afford a gallon of milk soon. The shit going up. I'm in the store of a day because I didn't get a chance to get this from the farm. Man, sure, I said, hold on, man. I mean, I had the bread, but I'm like, you sure? He told me
Yeah.
$22 for two onions, two green peppers, five yogurts.
Yeah. I
Okay.
thought I was in the
22. I was
twilight
like,
zone.
I still think
Yeah.
he made a mistake, but I'm like, like, you know what I'm
It's
saying? No,
crazy.
it's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you can discipline yourself, I don't see you in the McDonald's and the Wendy's line, even though they get experiencing inflation now too. But now you're reverting to poison food that's going to take you out even faster. So this
Mm-hmm.
is important, man, to learn to fast and follow what Coach Dominique is doing. And this is, man, the community we got to get involved in. So yeah, we're going to experience that, family. I don't want that stuff to happen, but this is where we are in this country.
Absolutely. And you make a good point. I seen a meme the other day. They had a McDonald's hamburger on one side and a salad on the other, and they had the price of the burger. It was less than the price of the salad. And they were saying that this is why it's hard for us to eat healthy because they're making the fast food cheaper than healthier food.
Mm.
So, in a sense, if you do go to the fast food restaurant, you probably could get a meal for cheaper than you would at the grocery store and right now.
Yes,
Um,
man.
so but we still have to do our parts.
Yes, man. We do.
Chick-fil-A line is still wrapped around the building. Chick-fil-A is still wrapped around the building.
Hey, look, like I say, D. I catch myself, don't shake your head at people, because when you don't know, you don't know. The chemicals in that food is altering your taste buds. We got scientists making food now. So the scientists are putting chemicals in it that makes you crave it. You see the commercial, you gup and gone, man. Or you on the app calling DoorDash to deliver the
Yeah.
fake chickens, man. So they
Yep.
got 15 to 20 different chemicals in Chick-fil-A fake religious fast food bullshit. Excuse my French, man. I get excited. I don't want us to get sick, man. This is real. This is real.
Yeah.
So the chemicals. So then, what even hurts me even more when I see the Range Rover, the Jaguar, the Corvette up in the drive-through. You see you looking good, but you faking, man. You don't care about yourself. You care about looking good. You got an expensive car that you're gonna put 93 octane gas in, but you're gonna put poison in your body, man. That you might pass out in that car. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get our priorities straight, man, because we're in a time right now. I'm telling you, man, you got to take care of the temple. This temple needs to be taken care of, and it's all right here. So when you know how these how Satan is operating. Scientists are making food. Ain't all these damn chickens in the world, man, to be selling all this Chick-fil-A. Ain't all these damn chickens. This is fake food they feeding us, man. So anyway, I'm sorry I get a little hype, man, because
That
I
listen,
care
that's
about,
okay.
when you
That's all
care.
right.
Yeah, like,
Listen,
man, I want us to
speaking
wake up.
of, what's that?
I want us to wake up as people. As
Yeah.
just wake up. But it's not like I said, I don't say if you don't know, you don't know. But if you hear this message, it's on you.
And it's hard. It's hard because it's like on every corner. You can't
Yeah, yeah.
go anywhere without seeing fast food or some kind of donut shop, some kind of
Ooh,
something,
I used to
that's
love
going
them Dunkin' Donuts
to
back in the
go.
day too.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
now, McDonald's is going to be competing with Dunkin' Donuts. They're coming up with Mac Cafe. Well, they'll have like coffee, like a little coffee shop and donut shop and things like that.
Oh
So
wow.
the
Poison.
that they said they like your hype. So go ahead, talk your ish. Talk your ish.
Hey family, I just care about us, man. I don't want us to have to go to the doctor's office because sometimes we're not making up. It's not the 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 doctors have good intentions. Like I'm in there with my mother who just passed recently. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the doctors, the nurses about diet. And they were like, what is that you giving your mother? I'm in there with, man, the greens, the green moringa and maca, and mixing up, giving moms yogurt, and then we got to talking about fat. Oh, I couldn't do that. I could not eat. I gotta eat. I'm like, yes, ma'am, I understand, man, but eating is why you busy in here.
Right.
It's because
Right.
most people, if it's not drugs, it's the food
It's the
that has
food.
the drugs in it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I just want us to understand that we got to fight ourselves and get the system to live longer if we care about ourselves. Because once you get this information here, you come on this platform and you hear what Coach Dominique is talking about. Now you've been brought to the water. You don't have to drink it, but you drink it if you want to be healthy. And I can't force you, but we got you right here. So if you care about yourself and you want to sip on this fasting, you want to sip on this eating up one meal every other day, you want to sip on some of this lentil soup and this bean soup. You see what I'm saying? Now, but if you don't, we've talked about the consequences, and that's on
Right.
you. It's not easy.
Right.
Anything worth having is not easy. Your life is worth having, right? So it ain't gonna be easy to keep your life, especially in a country that's designed to take your life. Because if pharmaceutical really cared about your health, they would teach what we teaching. Because this is the sauce right here. No, they want you to get sick so they can continue to pump you up with chemical medicines that ain't gonna fix nothing. It's really gonna take you out. It's about wealth care, not health care. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
that's
D.
good. I
I'm
like
calm
that.
down now.
Self care. I like that.
It's facts.
So speaking of us getting our mind right, you just had your first meditation coaching session with me. And tell us about that.
Powerful. It was so powerful. It was so powerful. It was a little, and I don't get scared, man. I'm a soldier. I don't get scared. But I said, hold on, man. What am I feeling between my hands right here? Like, so even with meditating, you're still battling your mind to focus on the meditation. But see, that's next level, D, what you teaching. This
Thank
is
you.
all about mind control. Because see, it's the mind that controls everything. Before you do everything, there's a thought about doing it. So now I'm going into meditation to know I need to focus on something that's going to make me a better individual. So this is one of the steps of why successful people are the way they are, D. So that experience was powerful. I will be honest. I'm gonna fall back and play tomorrow. During the fast, I didn't meditate. I should have. I
Yeah.
should have. I should have, and I will next time. But starting tomorrow, I'm going back in. But I learned so much from that, D, because you took me through that PowerPoint of educating me on the meditation. And I'm telling you, when we got to it, it was powerful. I felt it, and I felt what it can do for not just myself, but for people who are not doing it. So it's just
Yes.
next level. It's just next level mind control, and I'm excited about it. Really excited about incorporating it in my everyday life.
Yes. So the next time that you do the fast, when you meditate and fast together, you're going to be
Mm.
on another level.
Yes,
You're going to
ma'am.
be on another level. Yeah, because we talked about that cognitive function is
Yes, ma'am.
improving. So everything is improving. You're going to be processing better. Those things that we talked about, those benefits of meditation, you're going to experience that on a greater scale when you combine the two. So
Yes, ma'am.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. But our
Yes, ma'am.
coaching
Looking
session,
forward to that.
I was really excited for it because I know how much is going to help you,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you keep me updated on these
I will. I
um
will.
on your results with that.
I
Yes,
will.
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna talk about some mindset hacks, Demi, and I know you have some. You're a very disciplined man. You're very
Striving.
consistent. So when it
Striving.
comes to setting these 2024 goals, we need to have some mindset hacks because we can't come into it in 2023 like we did for this year. So the first thing that we want to discuss is what is your why.
Mm.
So when I'm looking at the Dynasty Life community and other people, I see now like we're big on our health, right, and fitness goals, right? It's 2024, everybody trying to get back in the gym. Everybody's trying to get, you know how that goes. So,
Right.
hey, family, we're talking about the 2024 mindset hack goal. So, um, we have to have a why. What is your why? And your why has to be big enough so that it makes you want to do it every day. So, what do I mean by that? I can't just say, "Ooh, this year I'm going to get that weight off. This is the year I'm going to get the weight off."
Right.
Well, that why is not big enough. Why?
Mm.
Why do you need to get that weight off? Why
Right.
is it that you need to accomplish this goal right here? Is it because you can't breathe when you walk?
Mm.
Or is it because I can't pick up my kids? I can't run outside with my kids because my health is at a
The
state that
big
won't
why
allow.
right there. That's right.
So when you come from that mindset of your why being big enough, that's when you can start making changes in your life. You
Yes,
have
ma'am.
any suggestions on that right there?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's a sad situation, but I like what you stated in reference to Yeah, you can't breathe. That's a big why. I'm not
Yeah.
breathing properly. I know I need to drop this weight. So most definitely we want to have that why be so big, okay, for a person who says I'm tired of working. Well, my why is going to be I need to find a way to get away from this job because it's just going to get worse. So what
Yes.
is your why? You know what I'm saying? Just like me, I have a contract, but the contract is still linear income. So I'm on my contract right now, but at the end of the day, I want what I had before. So my why is to get my freedom completely back with residual income. Okay, still 1099, but at the end of the day, my daughter needs me more. I got things I need to do with my daughter more. I need to be more in her life. You understand? So that's my why of getting my complete freedom back. I have it, but not like I used to, so I can be in my daughter's life more. You understand? So these are important things to set goals, but have those goals so big that I'm like, you working on it every single day. They need to be right there. I've heard you say this, I think, Dominique, having these things written down, hang all
Yes.
over the house on stickies, man, where you
Yes.
see it, where you can't get away from it. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
just like a person can't get away from their health. You're feeling it, and that's a big why. I'll say, so if that's a big why, don't set no New Year's resolution for this because you ain't gonna keep it. Just get up every single day and do something towards that why. I don't care if it was 5 minutes, you did something. 10 minutes, you did something. It's Brian Tracy calls it the salami technique. Like you're not gonna, I don't eat, we don't eat beef, but he said cut the salami in slices. You're not gonna eat a big slab of salami, but cut it in slices. So the salami approach to it. Do something every day towards your why until you're able to accomplish it. So setting goals is important. They should be right there at your desk. You know what I'm saying? I have goals on my phone. My phone goes off Demi network, Demi pray, you see what I'm saying? It's just telling me every day. There's no excuse with this technology. So, family, man, look, we this ain't the time for us not to set goals and go for them. And one of the ingredients to really accomplishing things is who your friends, man.
Ooh, I got that written down.
Man, who you
Somebody, that's what change your environments
you got
and
to.
have good, positive people around you.
You got to, D. If you don't have them, find them on YouTube, plug into them, follow D, follow them.
Yes.
You can look, you ain't no excuse, man. People,
Yes.
when people get on my contract vehicle, they probably like this nigga playing, excuse my friend, he playing this damn financial stuff. I feed my mind, there's no excuse, man. I got my network is big.
Yeah.
All we talk about is health, wealth, freedom. Well, I mean, what are the things that's hurting people today? Their health and their damn money. So it's
Yeah.
important. You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? So set goals, man, and you got to change your environment. You got to change your friends, man. I don't care. I know it might be tough if you're in a relationship and your husband and man, husband and wife are thinking differently. That's tough. That's a tough
Speaking
situation.
of somebody right now, come on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
You
it's a
speaking of
tough
somebody.
situation. Yeah, it's a tough, but if there's respect in that relationship, they gotta respect. Well, look, man, look, I'm trying to reach these goals. I'm going to this networking event. I'm going to meet some new
Ooh,
people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to network with people who have like minds. I will never, cheat on you or do whatever, but I'm trying to get some goals. You either going to support me, respect this, or So, but you gotta have you are of the five people you associate with. So you have to have a network of people, or you got to be plugged into some. What's on your YouTube? You see what I'm saying? I can see your history. What you been watching? What you been
yeah.
listening to? I mean, Cat Williams got 35 million views. I mean,
Ooh,
that's my man. I respect him. He's speaking some good stuff. But come on, man. That stuff ain't gonna help you change your diet. That stuff ain't gonna help you get no wealth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I plugged into it for a little while with I plugged into it and listened in on it, but the majority of my daily intake is financial literacy,
yeah.
working on my health, working on my mind. You see what I'm saying? So my friends and associates right here on YouTube Away from that, it's my community that I already have. We all thinking alike. So that's important, family,
Absolutely.
to reach your goals, man. It's important.
I'll tell you what I learned from. I watched that whole that interview one because I like comedy,
No, I
but
like comedy too. I'm just saying, man,
what I,
that's all a person's doing, D, for the
no,
whole
yeah,
24, 12 months.
what I learned from Cat though, he actually studies. He studies.
Oh, brother shot.
He studies. He studies
He's
his
sharp. He is
competition.
smart.
He
Yes,
knows
ma'am.
his numbers. So he's very strategic as well.
No, he
So
is smart brother. Yeah, he is.
yeah, it was a very good podcast, very entertaining. I'm not gonna agree with everything he said, but I do I did notice that, when it comes, he was speaking some real facts when it comes down to, even when it comes down to high vibrations and toxicity in the home. He spoke about that too. So, um, you
No,
know,
that's good, D. I was just saying for a person all year round, you watching that type shit. You
oh
ain't
yeah,
got
no,
no.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, nah, yeah, most definitely. It wasn't speaking on that. I mentioned it for 35 million views because Cat is big. I mean, and the small portion that I listened to, I was agreeing with everything. He even gave props to Minister Farrakhan. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah. So no, that's my man. It was a good little bit that I was just speaking, but in general, if people want to take things to the next level in their life, they gotta change what they're absorbing in themselves on a daily basis.
Absolutely. So that comes into discipline, consistency, and planning.
Mm.
So this is the big one right here. And tell me if you agree with this. I think majority of if we're talking about our weight loss goals and our health goals, majority we go back to food. Most of our problems come with, I call them the eating holidays.
Mm.
These are starting from October, November, December, January, and then you got your celebrations like your birthdays. So you got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. So these are the eating holidays, as I call them, and then you got birthdays in between.
Yes,
So
man.
these are the holidays where we tend to go overboard on the eating.
Yes, man.
We tend to overdo it. And
Right.
so in this new year, I want to encourage everybody to have portion control during these holidays and during these celebrations. Try to eliminate the alcohol and the beer if at all possible. And that is the majority of the problem when it comes to not reaching our goals for our health. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. And my thoughts is once you get, I mean, I don't drink at all. I haven't drunk. I had a drink probably since 2017.
Okay.
So 17, 18, when I, completely worked on submitting my will to God's will. But away from the drinking, if a person has gotten there, or like say, for example, you as example, Coach Dominique, at your level of health and success, if you wanted to overindulge on the food, see, you could afford to do that, D, because of your discipline, and you're gonna be right in the gym, probably was in the gym the day of, and gonna be right in the gym the day after. But for a person who's not nowhere near there yet, you see what I'm saying? Oh, it's the holidays. Nah, you can't afford to do none of that. So you have to be very disciplined to be a person, to be in an environment where there is drinking, where there is the cornbread, where there is the sugar cakes, where there is the ham and the turkey and all that poison. Uh, Most people not disciplined to be around it and not eat it.
But
You see
see,
what
I
I'm saying?
used to be there, so I can
But you're
come
not
from
no more,
that perspective of knowing what I did wrong
right?
and knowing how to correct it.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Yeah, like I used to be that person that would be, hanging out, partying,
Right,
drinking,
right.
eating wrong,
Yes, man.
overdoing it on the holidays because I wanted that red velvet cake. Probably went back for another piece.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
these
Yes,
are
man.
these are all things that contribute to us like falling off of our goals.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, yeah, like I could probably, if I wanted to, eat a piece of pie or,
Right,
and go to the gym because I know what to do, to get it off. But
right,
coming from a place where, you know, if I didn't know, these are the things that I would do differently. That's where I'm
right.
coming from with that.
Facts. And I mean, I agree with you, so because I see most people that are in the gym, with all due respect, family, never talking about anyone, but it's the diet. I see people, and you ain't just starting. You're obese. You're still in the gym. It's what you're eating. You don't have the right knowledge
Mm-hmm.
to go about what you're trying to do. Okay, you need the coach, you need the mentor, probably. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help guide you. Because if you're eating processed foods, you think because you're going in there getting some Purdue chicken that says this or says that and it's boneless, that stuff is still poison and shot up with hormones in it. So you need to cut off all that stuff in that store and get on the type of diet that's going to allow you to get this weight off, because the extra fat is just poison that's sitting on the body. See what I'm saying? And D, I'm not making it in front of anyone, but it's the
Yeah,
guidance.
no. I know. I was
You see
what I was thinking about is meal prepping, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes we won't want to cook and we'll go to fast food because we don't have anything thought out. But then I was like, well, salad don't require thawing out. Fresh fruit and vegetables don't require thawing out. So when we talk about thawing out food, mostly, we're talking about like meats and things of that nature. So for
Right.
the people out there that might be still doing that, where they'll opt for eating out because they don't have anything thawed out. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, all of that don't require thawing out.
No, it
So
doesn't require the
we gotta
thawing out.
switch our mindset on that as well. Like we don't always
Absolutely.
have to have meat in our diet, and we don't always have to have, food that's thawed out in order for us to prevent us from coming to the fast food restaurants and things of that nature.
But we shouldn't have meat in our diet at all. Meat should
Yeah,
be eliminated.
yeah,
Meat should be eliminated. I
but
mean, if you're going to eat meat, I feel that the meat eating should be halal. If it's some halal lamb, a more gentle animal, or maybe a halal chicken. But that's down the line after you've detoxed and got yourself to that weight where you should be. You've cleansed out your colon. You've cleansed out your intestines. You see what I'm saying? You flushing. Right now, it's the meat that's killing people.
yeah,
That's one of the key things. But even when we're getting fruits and vegetables, we need to do our best to search for real fruits and vegetables. Anything that does not have a seed in it is not real. So that's helping towards your death, because that's a processed fruit or vegetable. So we need to be searching for things. If we love ourselves, if you don't love yourself, then nah, go ahead, keep poisoning yourself. But if you say you love yourself, if you say you love your body, you're going to search for the best to put inside of your body. So meat is killing us. This meat is poison. It's poison. I even will watch the lettuce and stuff though, D, because man, all this stuff, man. Look, Bill Gates and all these people, man, saying they're gonna be growing the food. When you getting into, I mean, land is an asset, but now you're getting involved in this thing, and you're one of the head people with all of the other chemicals that's going. So we just need to watch it. We got to fight for our life in this world, in this country we living in, family. It's important. But I will be eliminating meats. There are meat substitutes that you want to make sure aren't soy, because soy is dangerous. You could be dealing with other things that will substitute. Get that navy bean. We talked about the navy bean before.
yeah. We
The
talked
navy
about
bean will learn how to make bean burgers. Go on YouTube. Don't be lazy, people. Love yourself. Go on YouTube and see somebody cooking a black bean burger, a navy bean burger. You understand? So we need to learn how to really fall in love with ourselves, because we don't love ourselves. We can say it all. You do not love yourself until you learn the correct way to eat, the right times to eat, and the right things to put in our body, family. You don't love yourself if you're not finding ways to fight for your life out here, family. Real talk. You don't love yourself.
And we have this mindset where we think that we need the protein from the meat, but that's not true. And what we're actually looking for is the amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. That's what we need, those amino acids, which you can get from plants. You can get from quinoa. You can get from other foods. It does not have to be meat. So that's where we got to get out that mindset where we think we need protein from the meat, from the chicken, and that's not true.
I agree with you. I've been taking a supplement powder called, and I noticed how I for the amino acids called Naked, and it's vegan. I ordered
Okay.
it from Amazon. It's about this big. It's a white powder with a small scoop, and I just put it in my vegan. And I'm not vegan, but these products are vegan, and I put it in my vegan protein shake that has about 21 grams of protein. But most of my protein comes from raw milk and the navy bean. So every now and again, I'll eat some halal chicken, like I had yesterday when I broke fast. I had halal, which is just a healthier meat. But you could count on on two hands my consumption of that within 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with everything you stated. That you don't need meats and meats aren't really for the body. Shouldn't be eating a lot of meats, or if any at all. You don't need them. You could just be a vegetarian and be
Yeah.
just as good. Yes, ma'am.
So the Dynasty Life community question says, how do you balance when you work full time, take care of family, and work your personal goals? So you have to have a very specific schedule laid out. And this goes back to discipline, consistency, and planning. You're going to have to lay out the times where you work. You're going to have to lay out everything that you do when you take the kids to daycare, what have you. You're going to have to lay everything out, have a schedule. And then sometimes that could mean that your personal goals, you have to wake up earlier. Maybe you need to wake up at 4 a.m. Maybe you need to wake up at 5 a.m. Maybe you need to go to bed a little later for your personal goals. It just depends on, everybody's going to be different, but you have to find that time that works best for you. And that comes from planning, and that comes from having a schedule that you got to stick to, because we all find the time to do the things that we want to do. So
I agree with you, D. If I could add anything in that,
yeah,
I could add
absolutely.
something to that. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. One key thing you stated was you're going to have to get up earlier. Wealthy people, rich people, which people want that lifestyle, maybe not the materialism, but the freedom. We all got the same 24 hours. But like you stated, it's about how you manage your time. So, and I want to correct you. I don't know if you said this. You said maybe you have to stay up later. I feel that maybe you have to go to bed a little earlier to get up earlier.
Well, this is for if you have children. Let's say
Okay,
your
yes,
children
ma'am.
go to bed at 8:30. You typically go to bed, at 9:30. You might have to go to bed at 10
Yes,
in
ma'am.
order to get your exercise in for the day, or to get whatever it is to
Got to
read your
push it.
book.
Yes, ma'am.
or whatever it is that you're doing. That's what I mean by going to bed a little earlier.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
me. Mhm.
100%. Yes. I mean, you might have to get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 to reach your goals because you're
Mhm.
making a sacrifice for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, me personally, I get up 5 for prayer, and then from there, starting at 5:30, and if I don't get up at 5, getting up at 5:30. From there, I'm putting about 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours in, beginning with the regiments, the morning regiments of water, now meditation, um, on a computer, exercising, emails, phone calls, all these things, getting those goals taken care of. Almost finished my book, knowing I should could have been got it done, but doing something towards, well, the hard copy of the book. So, like you state, you gotta make sacrifices and make changes to give yourself some more time to reach your goals and get things in motion. Other than that, um, if you don't change, nothing else is going to change.
Absolutely. And the mirror technique is something that I teach my coaching clients. So what I have them do is put a picture of what they want to look like, what
Mm,
they desire or aspire to be. So it could be you want to be a six, you want to be making six figures in the next year. Whatever that is, it could be body goals. So let me see if I can show y'all this. This is a picture of one of my clients. This is her photo of what she desires to look like. She's on a weight loss journey and also some other things. So what I have them do, you put that picture up, and then on a piece of paper, you write down the characteristics of what you have right now. And then you, on the other side of the paper, write down the characteristics of what this person right here, what does she do? So from a year from now in 2025, what does this person do? What does she do? And who is she? So one of the things that this person does, for example, she's healed, she's healthy, she's confident, and she's not afraid to show off her curves. So in this aspect, those characteristics that you have on that right side of, we'll call this the confident woman right here, the confident woman, we want to act as if that confident woman is us right now. So we're shifting everything we wrote on their right side, we're shifting that over to the left. So this is also known as be, do, have. So we're changing our state of being to this confident woman. So this is us right now. Okay. So that's called the mirror technique. And that's something that I teach my clients. So that's another mindset hack that we can incorporate. So if it's for me, making six figures, what does that look like for me? That means I have to be more strategic in my business. That means I have to be going out here doing more networking events. That means I have to be more focused, getting up at 5 a.m. That means I have to have systems in place, etc. So I am being this person already. So that's called the mirror technique, also known as be, do, have. Have you ever heard of that, Demi?
no, ma'am.
Okay.
Sounds
What
good
does
though.
that sound like for you?
Be,
Be,
do,
do,
and
and
have.
have. So basically, you're being so that you can have those things that you aspire. You're
Mm,
you're being who you desire to be so that you can have those things that you want. So you're
sounds great.
acting as if you already have it.
Yes, ma'am. I
Yes.
like that.
That is ancient spiritual technique actually.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like that. Yes, ma'am. Like that. See, they're
So
getting the best coming from you.
yes, yes, yes. We do have. So if anybody wants to know more information about that, you can go to the link in my bio and schedule a session with me. Somebody in the community wants to know what is raw milk, Demi?
Well, raw milk is basically a name that's put on milk because raw meaning pure, meaning, or you could use the word just naked from any impurities. So they put that title on it years ago because pharmaceutical basically and the government made raw milk illegal. Like, why? Inquiring minds want to know. Um, they made it illegal because pasteurized milk is pasteurized because of what they do to the cows. So raw milk, in layman's term, is just pure milk. People say they're lactose intolerance. You're really not. You're just pasteurized intolerance because of the chemicals that's in the milk that they put on the shelf. So raw milk is just cows that strictly eat grass. They're loved just like people love their dogs and treat their dogs good, so the dogs give back love to you. This is how they treat the cow. Strictly grass fed, strictly treated in a good environment where they're roaming free. And the milk that's produced from these cows is so beneficial. We're talking about fighting cancer. We're talking about gammaferon, imiferon. The pre-milk from the calf has something called colostrum, which my doctor, Dr. Leem, has created Paximune, which basically they shut his Instagram page down because Paximune destroys COVID. So raw milk just has so many benefits. And if you go to YouTube, you'll see now traditional doctors talking about the benefits of raw milk, like raw eggs. It's just chickens who don't have any of that mess in them. Raw cheese, pure yogurt. It just looks completely different. Like today, I have raw milk that is about 2 months old.
What?
Now, 2 months old. You
What?
drink it, you're gonna throw up. Okay? You drink it, you're gonna throw up. I'm speaking in general because you're not used to it. But what it does when it gets that old, it begins to do what? Ferment.
Ferment.
Ferment
Yeah.
is ferment is just like we know cottage cheese. We know but it gets more powerful. So this is when the properties of the milk become more powerful. Where they, one of my good friends, he just wrote a book because he was born with HIV. Now he don't have HIV no more. One of the main ingredients, he has a family of 3 children. None of them got HIV. His wife don't have HIV. He got a book out, Brother Marcus Muhammad. One of the main ingredients to his success was raw milk, but at that stage of fermentation. So raw milk is just pure milk, family. That's all it is, man. It's the best. I'm a milkaholic. If I'm not getting that milk, I'm like a dude going to the liquor store looking for the fix from some Hennessy or a shot. I need my raw milk. That's just it. I gotta have my raw milk. I'm not playing. I drink it every day. My daughter, you know, when I separated from her mom's and we took care of that, hallelujah. Anyway, I my when you look at pictures of my daughter when we were together more, how she looked on that raw milk because she was breastfed too, but you could just tell. So you go on YouTube and see the babies that grew up on raw milk and see how they look like little, you want to pinch them and just cuddlies. That's how they look because that raw milk is so beneficial to the body. It's so much in it. But anyway, that's all it is. Just pure milk from good cows that are treated like they should be treated, not how this system of the world treats of America only treats their cows.
Wow. So your daughter is so adorable, by the way. So
Thank
beautiful.
you.
How
Thank
old is
you.
she now?
She'll be 3 in March.
So how long have you been giving her regular milk?
You mean raw milk?
I'm sorry, raw milk. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, since shoot, man, I was giving that baby soon as she got on the bottle. I was mixing it with my filtered water from the Berkeley filter. I
Mm-hmm.
was putting it, and she was. Well, I'll show you pictures. Her face was just like she loved it. So today, because of the two different households, it's a challenge. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's a little challenge. So, and the raw milk sometimes has different textures, and she's very picky. So if that milk is not looking smooth, she'll turn her head and say, "Mm." But if it's looking smooth and she sees that, she loves it. So sometimes the raw milk will have little, small, little, like fatty little balls in it,
Hmm.
but it's sweet. When you get in that milk straight, immediately, it's like a sweet tasting, completely different from that store crap.
Have you ever had
Completely different.
have you ever had breast milk?
Yeah, when I was a baby, probably I haven't had none
I
after
was
that.
gonna ask you, is it similar to tasting breast milk?
I mean, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know how breast milk tastes. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, D. So I mean, I wouldn't remember that, but
Hmm.
I don't even know if my mother breastfed me. But I know that we got on raw milk. It's probably been going on 20 years now. So I've
Okay.
learned so much. That helped. That raw milk helped me get rid of the parasite.
Okay.
Okay, because it just has a lot of beneficial. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just a lot of things in that pure milk, man. So it's powerful, family. If you can get it, look it up in your area. I mean, if you can find an Amish farm, because the Amish are who deal with the pure milk,
The
get
pure
that
milk.
milk, family. You're not gonna have any lactose problems. You're not.
Demi you're in Maryland, right?
Yeah. So anyone in Maryland, reach out to me. It's all good. I'll hook you up.
Okay. So yeah, you're at a luxury because you got a farm,
Well,
local
I know
farm.
someone who works on the farm, so we hook up, and
Yeah.
he blesses a lot of people, man. I mean, raw eggs, raw cheese, raw yogurt. I mean, all the good real food, that's in season. Real seeded watermelons, zucchini, pure honey, because the honey in the store is synthetic. So we're getting pure honey, we're getting Celtic sea salt. So I mean, it's a blessing. But those things are in other people's earth. People just gotta research. I'm telling you, it's around. You just gotta find. You gotta dig deep to fight for your health, man. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. So you talked about this too, which is very important. Speaking affirmations and writing them down. Um,
Facts.
we've gotten to an age where we're using our devices. We no longer pick up pen and paper.
It's
We got to
important.
use that pen and that paper.
It's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
agree with you.
writing your affirmations. One of them that I have for the Dynasty Life community. I am so grateful and thankful now that I am building my body to be in the best shape and performance that allows me to do all things. And of course, we have the quote. The affirmation. We all know, but maybe we don't know it's an affirmation. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That's an affirmation.
Mm.
You got to have that Christ consciousness.
I like that.
Yeah, that's an affirmation.
That's a big
And
affirmation. God said, I made you in my image and likeness. So we all
there
have
you
the
go. That
potential to be God-like. That's
you
it.
took the words right out of my mouth. That was gonna be if we are God, we gotta act like it.
Yes, man. That's right.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. And I am so grateful and thankful now that I am creating the lifestyle I deserve.
Yes, ma'am.
So these affirmations, you can write them down 5 times every day. Um,
Mm.
whatever you need to do, you can say them, write them down, but the more that you put these things into place, the more that you build self confidence, the more motivation you have, the more resiliency you'll build up in order to achieve your goals. So that's another mindset hack for you all as well. And yeah, so I know we've been on here for about an hour. This was a great podcast. Great,
Yes, man.
great
It was wonderful.
podcast.
Yes,
Thank
man.
you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, family. Yes, ma'am.
Always appreciative and grateful for you joining. We love you when you come on. You speaking that knowledge, speaking the facts.
Striving, family. Striving,
Demi
striving,
has
man.
been look, he got it. He did a whole live doing showing those herbs and the calisthenic workout. Demi been over there getting it.
I
He a
got it.
little
I
modest right now. But
got.
yeah, he's in the he at home. He not in the gym, he at home.
Man, home working out ain't no excuse. That's my gym. And look, I'm a people's person too, so I like being in the gym because I'm gonna spark a conversation up with you fast. But it ain't no excuse, man. I just get everything in right there. The studio right there, workout right there. Everything's right there. The printer, So it's just like, I do miss going to the gym, but it's no excuse, man. No excuse. And I try to
No,
motivate people. Just try to motivate people to look, take away the excuses and fall in love with the process and fall in love with yourself. Once you learn to fall in love with yourself, you can't sit here and praise God, man. God wants you to be a better person. He wants you to be a better person. So we can't sit here and say we love God, we go to the church, we go to the mosque, and then we leave out of there and we going to Popeyes. Come on, man.
right.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
man. Scriptures say, man, when I come, I make all things new. So the first thing that needs to be made new is the person. See what I'm saying? The renewing of this mind. So that's why we've talked about some good subjects today, and I brought up change your environment. If you ain't got no friends like that, go find them, man. Find some networking events. Go on YouTube. You need some people in your life that's doing better than you, but not thinking in that sense like, oh, I'm better than you, but just
Yeah,
doing better than you where you can learn from them. They got
absolutely.
their freedom. You know what I'm saying? They making residual income. They got their health. You know what I'm saying? They reading books. So I mean, them the kind of people we need to be around. And you can pull from them. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? I mean, I'm on the phone with one of my mentors, coaches almost every day. I'm on the phone with this dude. This dude stay pouring in me. Bruh, nah, look. All right, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, but I wish everyone the best 2024. No excuses, man. No excuses. Because life is what we make it.
Hey, that's how we gonna end it. No excuses. 2024. Let's get it. Y'all, thank you. I love y'all for joining the live. Golden blessings to everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you.